NLE Choppa is currently trending all over social media after releasing his new music video KO. The reason the video is going viral is that it was a diss song aimed at NBA Youngboy, where Choppa channels Tupac and even Michael Jackson to let him know he's poisoning the youth. The video has garnered over 2 million views since its release, with many people showing him support for the message in the song, assuring that many feel Youngboy is guilty of everything Choppa is calling him out for. The only problem is that while fans are praising NLE Choppa for calling out Youngboy, they're failing to pick up on the hypocrisy of this entire thing, as Choppa himself is a puppet on the devil's strings, promoting poison to the youth just like he showed Youngboy doing in the video. In fact, the video is so rich in symbolism that it reveals both Youngboy and Choppa are two sides of the same coin. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be breaking down Choppa's KO video. Let's get right into it. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw Choppa's KO music video. While I agree with just about everything he was saying in regards to Youngboy, I kept on wondering if Choppa had taken a good look in the mirror before releasing that song. I remember that I literally just covered them a few weeks ago after he admitted he went through a humiliation ritual in past, admitting that he was dressing and acting zesty for an entire year for this humiliation ritual.
As my humiliation ritual, with all honors, I've passed my humiliation ritual with all honors, with flying colors. But the only difference between my humiliation ritual and a lot of others is I was walking with God the whole time. Being deeply rooted in prayer, deeply in search of answers, and deeply rooted and grounded in the palms of his hands through the process of this whole humiliation ritual. This video today is a serious one. Happy and fruitful. And I got humiliated for it. I got humiliated deeply for it. I was called gay. I was called, you know what? Let's be honest. I got the F-bomb dropped on me hard. I was called gay. I was called Diddy Jr. I was called weird. I was called freaky. I was called a bitch. I was disrespected. Let's just say that. And you know what I'm saying? I'm smiling now, I'm good now. I'm not gonna spiral off because I'm learning how to handle it. And one thing God has taught me after I made this video the last time is never get mad at people just because they don't walk with God. I'm coming out comment was me coming out with a song, but spiritually it was me coming out of my shell, out of my cocoon, and blossoming into the butterfly that God has been molding since I had my first spiritual awakening 4 years ago, 2020, during COVID. From dark to light, God came to me 4 years ago, around the same time that he's coming to me now, and is telling me to embark on a change. History has repeated itself.
This is also poisoning and misguiding the youth. But before we get into that, let's first take a look at the song KO and break it down. Even though it's exposing Youngboy for being a sellout puppet, the music video is flooded with occult imagery that reveals a double meaning. But before we get into the music video, let's first take a look at some of the lyrics of the song. In the first verse of the song, Choppa calls Youngboy a puppet that's controlled by the devil, rapping, "Youngboy what? This the big boy league. I put one up in your gut under the Jesus piece. Last thing I heard was Jesus please. Had me looking at the devil like this is your king. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, you run. You just a pawn on the devil's chessboard, you're done." While in these lyrics, Choppa is once again showing his hypocrisy. He is completely right. Youngboy promotes just about all the things that are negatively affecting the urban communities. He raps about doing and selling drugs, being in gangs, and the worst of all, violence and death. Choppa's claims of Youngboy selling out to the devil are technically true, as it represents his deal with the record labels. The labels are owned by the elite who pay these rappers millions to poison the youth in their own communities. Youngboy is pumping out poison to the urban community song after song that the record labels profit from, promoting the very lifestyle that destroys the lives of the urban youth. While kids are being influenced by Youngboy's music and then acting off the influence, throwing away their lives, the record labels monetize off all the pain and death caused by the influence of the music. This is truly demonic. Youngboy even knows he serves the devil with the music he creates. He admitted it himself. I have played this interview from earlier this year where Youngboy admits that the music industry and even he himself are all demonic.
But did he request that from you, or you just came up with it on your own?
Which ones?
Like the
Religious?
Yeah.
As I see it, I just grab it. Man, it's very demanding. This whole industry, this whole system, shit demanding. It's very, all this shit ran off money. All this shit do not mean nothing. It's very demanding. This whole music industry is very demanding. As I saw the crosses in the Jesus piece, I just grabbed it. It really don't mean nothing. And as I say, this shit demanding. I'm very demanding. Man, there's a lot of devils that's coming in and out my door. So I'm a child of God. You see my Jesus piece, you see my crosses. So as I tell you, shit very demonic and scary around here, I'm talking shit that's coming in and out my doors, what I'm trying to protect myself from. So as I see the Jesus piece or the crosses, I just grab it.
Did you grow up in church?
Yeah, I sung in the choir. After I sung in the choir, I begged my grandmother for the ask the pastor, can I become an usher? They let me become the usher. So as the people walk in the church, I get to hand.
So you're a choir boy and an usher.
Yeah.
Did you sing solos?
I sung with the choir.
You sang with the choir. Where's one of the first songs you sang with the choir? Like, what's your favorite one that you still remember?
Yes, Jesus loves me.
Listen, sometimes you need that to get you through the day. You gotta remember it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Would you do a gospel album?
You never know. You're a beautiful woman. It was nice to meet you.
Thank you.
I gotta go inside.
All right, this was good. Good stuff. Thank you. You too.
Think about this. Youngboy is one of the most well-known gang-affiliated gangster rappers, arrested several times for all types of criminal offenses, but somehow he gets a pardon by Donald Trump and is out of having to face prison time. One of the biggest gangster rappers in the country, who promotes gangs, death, and garbage to the youth, was let out of prison by the literal president of the United States himself. Now, what does that tell you? That those who run this country want Youngboy out. They want him out pushing poison to the youth. They are the ones who are behind him at the end of the day. That's why right after prison, Youngboy went on tour. A tour he called the Master Tour, which I broke down recently in a video. Now let's look at what Youngboy is doing on that tour, pushing the record label funded programming, showing himself with all this occult Masonic imagery, and promoting death to the youth that go out to watch him. So yeah, Choppa is right. Youngboy is a puppet, but so is Choppa himself. In the very lyrics where he's calling Youngboy a puppet, he's talking about causing violence to him, promoting violence while calling Youngboy out for doing the same thing. Choppa himself is also signed to a record label that pays him to promote this poison. In fact, most of his songs, especially his earlier songs, are all about gangs, guns, and the same things Youngboy pushes. This is what I mean by hypocrisy, something we see Choppa acknowledge himself in the third verse of the song. In the third verse, Choppa continues to diss Youngboy, claiming that Youngboy is poisoning the youth. He also called them out for putting his hands on women. He raps, "You poison the youth, nothing positive you do. You're the reason kids are beating women thinking that it's cute. You send kids to do what you wouldn't even do. Role model, you will never fit the shoe." In the next part of the verse, Choppa calls out Youngboy for purposely promoting violence. He also acknowledges that he is being hypocritical with this song, but justifies it by saying he promotes violence because he's in love with the culture, while Youngboy does it because of his ignorance. Rapping, Judgment Day around the corner, and the creator livid, purposely making decisions to promote more violence that's bringing more death onto his innocent children. When I do it is different. When he do it is ignorant. I'm in love with the art. He's tearing people apart. Embrace my light and my dark. Why isn't he doing his part? This honestly proves Choppa isn't the smartest guy around, as he literally admits in the song that he is guilty of doing the very thing he is trying to call Youngboy out for, admitting that he himself, like Youngboy, promotes violence and destruction to the youth. His justification is just silly that he loves hip-hop, which makes absolutely no sense. Just because you love hip-hop doesn't justify the fact that you're promoting poison to the youth. This is why it makes no sense for Choppa to be calling out Youngboy for this. He is guilty of doing the same thing, pushing a culture that is destroying the lives of millions all so they can make money and get rich, while their community is sacrificed. What's interesting is that Choppa shows his alliance to the secret societies behind all of this in the very video dissing Youngboy. Now let's take a deeper look at that music video. First thing I wanted to acknowledge is that Choppa is still dressing extremely zesty. I don't know what possessed him to put on that bedazzled women's shirt. He also starts the video by doing the 666 hand gesture. I also want to point out the obvious Masonic checkerboard floor that's all over this video. Choppa could be seen doing the 666 hand gesture while standing over the checkerboard floor. He is also seen standing over the checkered floor when the devil shows up with Youngboy on puppet strings. All of you who watch my channel should already know, this is a reference to duality, a symbol often utilized by Freemasons with every Masonic lodge having a checkerboard floor. It represents opposing forces that come together to create balance. It's a reference to alchemy, Gnosticism, and even Baphomet. It's also what the square and compasses represent, the merger of opposites. The checkerboard floor also represents two sides of the same coin. While the day is the opposite of the night, they both come together to make up a day. While they are both opposite to each other, they are controlled by the same thing, the movement of the earth. Just how Choppa is calling out Youngboy, while he himself is a part of the same system. They are two sides of the same coin. One thing I have to call out that is dangerous is Choppa using God's name to gain sympathy. Choppa is a new ager who doesn't believe in God. He, like most people in the industry, follow the Luciferian belief that man is God, but he knows that he will build up more support with this song if he puts himself on the side of God, using God as a marketing tactic, when in reality, he's just another sellout puppet. While Choppa is right about Youngboy, everything he said in this song applies to him too. Even though Youngboy is a sellout puppet and is poisoning the youth, Choppa should be the last person calling this out. He is just trying to make a viral moment for himself and steal Youngboy's fans. Don't fall for this, honestly. You should ignore both of them and put all your praise on the one who deserves it. Well, I'm gonna end this one here. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.